Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here. I have a video here for you on second-handedness. Someone requested a video on second-handedness. Let me turn Mozart down a bit. And I said, I don't know if I have anything to say on that. Now it's a couple months ago, so something has occurred to me to say. So I have my opening salvo here. Hold on to your seat. If you do not take your judgments secondhand, then you take nothing secondhand. Okay? If you are second-handed, then you take your judgments secondhand. Primarily, that's the essence of it. That's my opening salvo right there. Now I have to unpack that and prove it, right? There are several things we could say that you take second-handed from other people. Like what? Let's just get a list of 5 things, shall we? Now let's not say the shoes you wear and the shirt that you wear and the car you drive, okay? Let's say something like the style of material things around you. Okay. Let's say your moral code you could second-handedly get from others. Now you could choose these on your own, but you could get them second-handed. The style of your moral code, or the style of things plus your moral code. Choosing a place to work, choosing a place to live. But finally, and most importantly, I think, judging people, things, situations, history, judging ancient civilizations, judging your next door neighbor, judging the guy at work, judging philosophical clash in the world today, judging Islam, judging, making a judgment, or judging the person you live with on whether or not they finished the dishes and how mad you should be and stuff, and whether or not you make judgments against, say, somebody murdered your sister. I saw some interview on one of those real killers shows or whatever, not that I was watching it, but it was on when I was in the room, and the mother said that she had forgiven the guy. And the guy was in prison for life, and she said, but I forgive him, I have to, I'm a Christian, you know, I really believe in forgiveness, and it wasn't, he's a son of God too, whatever. So, that's immoral, right? People like that should be judged, not forgiven. So, these types of things, and most importantly, judging people and situations and things. If you had your own strong opinion, which you were willing to justify and explain, and you would change your mind if you saw something more reasonable. You have your own opinion about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Okay. You have your own opinion on religion versus atheism, the new atheism that's come up, and Christopher Hitchens and so on. Fine. But you don't really care too much about cars, and someone said that this is a nice car, and you heard on an NPR car talk that it's a good car, and you went and bought it, right? Do you like the looks of it? No, you don't know. You don't care. You get in the car and you drive, and you want it to run. Okay? So you're sort of second-handed on your taste of cars. You don't really care. You'll take what's given you. You're not particular. I'm not going to judge that person very harshly, because of the 5 things that we named, they've got the most important one. Of judging situations and things in history and ideas, judging ideas for themselves instead of taking someone else's judgment on it. So of all the things that you can be second-handed, I wouldn't call you second-handed if you judged for yourself and then took other things. I mean, you can call the other things judgments on, am I going to take this car or that? But I mean, morally judging and psychologically judging history and your fellow men, and philosophy and the situations alive today and the ideas in the society around you today, having your own judgment on those things is the essential part of not being second-hand, or of being a rational, self-centered thinker. There, I think that does it. So remember that if you, I haven't said this yet, this is in another video about a CD by Leonard Peikoff, where he tells you how to improve your life and make yourself happier by integrating your values. Like, for example, you would integrate the type of car would be one thing, if you care to. He said it's not obligatory. You might integrate the type of pet that you have. Instead of just you always grow up with dogs, maybe you would like a cat better or something. Maybe it's more appropriate that you have a parrot. Maybe you want a parrot that can talk. You've got the money for it, you've got the time, you're taking care of a pet anyways, you don't like the dog, it smells, has fleas. Get rid of the dog and get a parrot. If you're going to have a pet, have one that's, integrate yourself in what you like and want. So, in all 5 of those areas we named, if you make your own judgments in all 5 of them, and you have your reasons for them, on something like that, do you like dogs or cats? There's no logic and no one can persuade you. Maybe, they could give you a symbolic reason that makes you say, oh, that would be more appropriate. But it's not a principle. It's not ethically important. However, if you do make decisions, if you're not secondhand, you will like those decisions more. You will like your pet more if every time you look at it you think, yeah, that stupid dog couldn't even talk and this parrot's got 9 sentences. This was brilliant. I should have got a parrot all along. You'll like the color of your house, the interior of your house. You like your couch more if it's the favorite color you like for couches instead of just the brown suede couch that was on sale when you walked into the furniture store. If you integrate your values and make specific choices about them, you will be happier with them. Now, that's true on a small level, choosing your car and the color of your couch. But it's also true on a large level. If you make your decision, you decide for yourself. What do you think about John Stossel and the fact he went over to Fox? You think he's a sellout and Fox is a crappy network? Or do you think this raises some suspicions about the other networks? And why have Geraldo Rivera and John Stossel recently gone over to Fox? And why is it that Fox is the only one saying credible stuff and so on? Take the mainstream view that Fox is a bunch of Nazis and that the government should make laws against it as soon as possible. That's the NPR view. Or make a judgment for yourself and see if you can come up with something different than what everyone's telling you to believe. You'll feel better about your judgment about Fox News. You'll feel more confident about it. You'll take more happiness from knowing that you've made that decision if you make it on your own, rather than if you just accept somebody else's second-handedly. So second-handedness is the first path to sadness, and if you may take all your stuff second-hand, then you just have nothing in life, do you? There's nothing. Life is all gray. There's an empty sky above you. If you make your own decisions, then I don't know about the empty sky now. It's still an empty sky. There's no God. But you'll feel better about your atheism knowing that you chose it from rational conviction rather than just saying, I heard some brilliant cracks by Christopher Hitchens and I never went to church, so I'm going to be an atheist. Later on in life, your son's going to die in a car accident, and you're going to grab the Bible and read some shit in there and kneel down and pray. You're going to try it because you weren't convinced of atheism. You just said, no, it's funny jokes and I never went to church. Now, yeah, I'm an atheist. So when the crisis hits, it was a second-hand opinion. Now, is it going to stick? So, make your choices on your own, firsthand. Again, not a duty. Takes time, takes focus, but you'll enjoy the things around you more if you customize them in this way. And you'll enjoy your life more if you have specific views you've chosen and that you understand and can give reasons for, and would change if someone were able to outstrip your reasons. If you have views like that, you'll be happier in the long run. That's non-second-handedness.